You know, every so often I'm forced to adjust my belief on any given cryptocurrency that I hold. Sometimes things just change. You need to start looking at it a little bit differently. Well, you know, this has happened to me with Polka Dot. I didn't really want to admit it to myself, but the facts are becoming just clearer and clearer. The more I understand, the more I look at Polka Dot and kind of figure out what's going on. I just can't keep ignoring it. I have to make a video to tell you guys, why I've changed my opinion on Polka Dot. So basically, I used to think that Polka Dot would be going to $100. I've made a few videos on the topic. Man, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. It's just, I have to make a video on this topic because, look, Polka Dot's not going to go to $100, guys. It's going to go to $300. Hey, more. Yes, it is true. My big mistake is that I have actually not been bullish enough on Polka Dot. The more I see, the more I learn. This ecosystem is just crazy. I get more and more excited about it. I realize that this thing is just absolutely freaking primed for an incredible moon mission of epic freaking proportions. I'm going to talk about why in this video, as well as sharing some of my favorite upcoming Polka Dot based projects. My name's Lark, and every day I make videos to help you make money investing. So if that is what you want to do, subscribe to the channel, smash the thumbs up button, and hit the bell to catch all of my videos. By the way, if you want to buy Polka Dot or you want to trade Polka Dot, then BINANCE is definitely the best place to do it. You can even buy some of the hottest Polka Dot based tokens, and of course all of the other favorites too, like Bitcoin and Chainlink and all that great stuff over on BINANCE. You will get 10% off of your fees for buying and trading when using the link right down below me here in the description to get signed up. So let's talk about Polka Dot. So much has been happening recently. The big news driving a lot of the hype and sending Polka Dot up to its new all-time highs has been that there has been an updated release of the roadmap. Currently, we have loads of projects running parachains on the Rococo testnet for Polka Dot. Soon we're going to have auctions for parachain slots coming to Kusama, which is, Polka Dot's little brother. And then we're going to get the long-awaited Polka Dot parachain auctions. Now that gives us multiple reasons to be bullish on Polka Dot in terms of the price, right? First, it's going to be the final phase of Polka Dot, which will essentially mean that when we have Polka Dot parachain auctions happening, we are going to have a fully functional blockchain, which is a big deal, meaning that in a few months, Ethereum's biggest competitor, so to speak, will be going live with an incredible ecosystem backing it up. Second, it means that a good percent of the entire supply of Polka Dot is going to be locked up in that parachain slot bonding. So basically parachains, they have to bid for the right to have one of the 100 parachain slots on Polka Dot. Now a successful bid will give them a 6-month to 2-year lease on that slot, but during that time, all of the Polka Dot that they bid must be bonded, essentially being taken off of the market. That is the perfect rocket fuel scenario for a massive Polka Dot rally. It's already one of the biggest staking networks too, meaning that large chunks of the supply are already locked up with people who are not really interested in selling them. Then we're going to see truckloads more of it locked away in the parachain slots. Massive demand coming in for Polka Dot, massive demand coming in as well for Kusama, since the auctions will be happening every 2 weeks, creating basically constant buying pressure for these assets. I maintain that Polka Dot is going to be the biggest area for crazy gains in 2021. There's so much excitement and hype around this ecosystem. Now, I've been talking about Polka Dot here on the channel since it was $3, Kusama since it was $30. But if you're getting into the Polka Dot ecosystem right now, the truth is you're going to get less gains from buying DOT tokens versus buying the ecosystem tokens. I mean, sure, it's all good if you bought Polka Dot at $3 back when I made a video saying don't ignore Polka Dot. You can wait for your 100x and, cash out at $300. But buying Polka Dot today, well, still a good idea. It's going to give you smaller returns. It's the safer bet versus some of the ecosystem stuff, which is higher risk. But for me, the biggest reason to be excited about the Polka Dot ecosystem is just the incredible growth that we're seeing. I mean, it's wild what how big this ecosystem is before it's even fully functional as a blockchain. Polka Dot just stormed onto the scene in late 2020. Within about 6 months, it's managed to create a bigger and more exciting ecosystem than almost any other blockchain, including some of the ones that have been around for 4 or 5 years. We're seeing an increasing number of coins also bridging over to Polka Dot. For example, we saw Bancor. They recently announced that they're going to be creating a cross-chain bridge over to Polka Dot to allow it to tap into the growing Polka Hype. It will also bring Ethereum's liquidity with it, of course. But I personally have been investing in the new native Polka Dot projects that are launching. Since the Polka Hype is definitely real, this has been an area for some really incredible gains for investors, and I believe that is going to continue for the remainder of 2021. Again, if you're after that safer return, Polka Dot, you buy, you stake it, you get your sweet staking rewards, and it's a much safer bet. But if you want those 100x gains, then here are a few new projects to have on your radar. Now, the first one I want to talk about is actually one I've mentioned a couple times here on the channel before, but I really want to put on your radar again since they're going to be having their token sale coming up pretty soon. It's Kylin. Now, Kylin is an Oracle and data services provider. Particularly, they got a big focus on providing those services to Polka Dot's parachains. It will give access to both on-chain and off-chain market data via the Kylin oracles, as well as having advanced data analytics features. It's also going to offer a data marketplace where data can be monetized and traded. Data, as we know, is one of the most important commodities on the internet right now, and early movers in the crypto data space will become giants in the long run. Chainlink has already proven how important data oracles are to the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem. DeFi doesn't really work without effective price oracles. Kylin could be the Chainlink of Polka Dot. That's the kind of potential we're talking about here. Currently, we don't have a sale date for Kylin, but go follow them on Twitter. Watch out for when it goes live. It's going to be a big one. The next one to have on your radar is Polka Dex. This one is, well, quite simply, a decentralized exchange being built on Polka Dot. Their testnet is currently live, is clocking in around 300 transactions per second. Now, for reference, Uniswap can do like 15 transactions per second, since that is the maximum transaction capacity for Ethereum right now. The plan for Polka Dex is 20,000 transactions per second in the long run. So they're working on that technology right now. They're currently building it. It's codenamed Pebble, the technology that they're working on. Now, thanks to their collaboration with Snowfork, they're actually going to be able to bridge over to Ethereum assets as well to get those into their DEX in a very seamless way. There are a few different decentralized exchanges building on Polka Dot right now, but I think the reality is that Polka Dot parachains, they're not live yet, right? So who is going to capture market share? And of course, there's space for definitely quite a few exchanges. Ethereum has proved that. There's a few really dominant ones and lots of sort of second tier ones, but there's definitely a lot of space at the top. Polka Dex has a good chance to be one of the major exchanges on Polka Dot because of their early mover advantage. It's even got a Web3 grant, which is kind of a certificate of approval from the guys behind Polka Dot. The main net will launch within the first half of this year, and the public sale should be happening pretty soon. So again, one to keep an eye out for. Now, the third one that I'm really excited about right now is Fractal. Now, this is a new project focused on personal privacy online. They are creating an open source standard for exchanging user data in a fair way. Now, this company has been working since 2017 on data and decentralized identities and stuff like that. So they're very experienced in the game. They're also a close partner with Ocean Protocol, which is one of the biggest Polka Dot based data markets. They're also working with Polka Dex, which we just talked about like 10 seconds ago. The use cases for Fractal, they have particular application when it comes to the online ad industry, as an example, which is plagued by fraud and all kinds of different inefficiencies. But the vision of an open and free internet goes beyond that. What we're talking about here is the future internet, Web 3.0, where users, not mega corporations, are actually in charge of their data. Now, Fractal is doing its Polka Starter launch in just a few days, so stay tuned for that. Watch out for this to be hitting decentralized exchanges later this week. I think it's going to be a very high hype launch. And the final one that I want to put on your radar today is called Moonbeam. Again, this is a massively, massively bullish project coming to Polka Dot. I think it's going to be an absolute giant. It's working on creating the multi-chain future and will be a parachain that's going to be fully compatible with Ethereum smart contracts. This is massive because making an effective bridge between Polka Dot and Ethereum will allow Polka Dot to easily tap into Ethereum's incredibly deep liquidity across the DeFi and all that stuff with a lot of ease. This is intended to be the easiest on-ramp into the Polka Dot ecosystem. It will also include major service integrations, working with things like the Graph and Chainlink, which are obviously incredibly important when it comes to cryptocurrency services. We're talking about a fully Ethereum compatible environment, but built on Polka Dot. This makes the synergy potential massive. This could end up being one of the biggest cryptocurrencies built on Polka Dot. It already has loads of top partners like Polka Starter, SushiSwap, Linear Finance, Injective Protocol, like a dozen or so others. This is scheduled to launch sometime in the middle of the year, so we don't have many details about the sales and anything like that, so definitely keep your eye out. Go follow them again on Twitter. Stay up to date with what's going on, but definitely don't sleep on this one. I think Moonbeam's going to be massive. It's literally going to be the main bridge between Ethereum and the Polka Dot worlds. And look, I know that the market's like drinking from a freaking fire hose right now. There's so much stuff going on. There's so many new projects coming into the market. But these 4 projects that I mentioned today, I think personally stand a good chance of being the future market leaders in the Polka Dot ecosystem. The savvy investors are paying attention to the growing Polka Dot ecosystem. They're getting in on these projects early because they see the potential for these to grow into billion-dollar plus market cap coins. Your question for today: do you think that Polka Dot could actually reach $300 per coin one of these days, or is that just crazy Lark talk? Internet man's going nuts again? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.